Hey, what's up, everyone? This is your host, Drew Davis, with Learn How to See Better, the only podcast out there that will improve your vision the longer you listen. And today, I want to talk about the power of affirmations. Affirmations are great. Not everybody's a fan of them, but I feel that positive affirmations are just another one of those good habits that, you know what, they typically don't hurt you. As long as you wrap them up with other good habits, typically in the arena of action. It's great to make positive affirmations, but if you just affirm things mentally and there's nothing that comes with that, even with intangible things, then they lose their power, they lose their effect. So you need to put your affirmations into action. You know, some of the things that are best to affirm, I found, are things that we're currently working on. Things that we're currently working on, maybe even things that we're struggling with, good experience, bad experience, in-between experience, something that you're currently presently doing. Because what we can do with our affirmations around those things we're working on is start to program our minds to think more positive things about that activity and to frame things and start to program our minds how that looks in the present state, operating as though we already have it, right? Let's say I'm trying to start eating healthier as an example, right? And maybe that's an area that's been elusive for me as an example. I might say something to the effect that I am making healthy food choices every time I open my mouth to consume food. Now, it's cool to say that, but it's when you do it in action, it's like as you're going to go get something to eat, you can start repeating that in your mind so that when you get presented with options, depending on what your plan was around that nutrition, a little bit separate from this, you can kind of think in harmony with what your brain's programmed to think. I'm making good, healthy eating choices. So, you know, I see the drive-through fast food. I'm going to probably skip that and go to the next place. But again, you know, if you're just going out to eat, then you're going to have to be that much more stringent in some of those choices that you're making. A little separate topic. But again, putting that affirmation into action. So let's just say, all right, I gave a bad example if I'm talking about drive-thrus and always eating out in public. If you really want to be making healthy eating choices, so a similar affirmation might be, I am finding recipes of great healthy dishes once per week so that I can keep buying healthy food to bring into my home and prepare. It's like, that's an affirmation you could be making. I'm constantly finding new recipes of healthy food. I'm always looking for additional healthy foods that I can try. I'm always looking to include more healthy greens when I'm buying food at the store to prepare at home. These are affirmations in action. We're just not just sitting on the couch thinking about what it might be like to eat healthier. If you're actively doing the things that you affirm to do, then you're going to be able to use those affirmations as you do them to really get kind of that double rewiring. You're saying the things in your brain mentally, but you're kinesthetically doing them through your actual actions at the same time, right? So there's other examples of people being able to do this in their lives with things like athletics or sports, or, you know, I've watched bodybuilding videos where the guy's, you know, talking about what he's doing as he's doing it. You're in the gym and you're pushing all this weight. I'm getting super strong. I'm a He-Man. I'm stronger and stronger. I'm unstoppable, right? I mean, you know, whatever the affirmation might be in that example, it was about being, you know, as strong as an ox while you're doing ox-like work. You know, it's as though you're empowering yourself while you're doing the work. You know, you've got your own coach right there on your shoulder, in your ear, pouring nothing but that good motivation and words of affirmation right into you, right? Words of affirmation, putting them in action while you're acting. That's kind of that secret sauce. So I thought I'd share that here. It's a little bit of a quick tip, but while I'm on the go, I was thinking about that because, you know, it's important for us to be able to reflect and project in life. I've talked about that on past episodes, but sometimes to even be able to reflect, we've got to slow down and jot down some of these things. Don't rely on your memory all the time, right? I've got a very sharp memory. I remember phone numbers from friends of childhood growing up, right? But we don't always want to rely on our memory. Jot some of these things down. Jot some of these things down that are important for you, because that way when the world gets noisy and your mind gets cluttered with other thoughts, you have something tangible you can look back to and easily, repeat and keep you back on track when you are looking at all the different ways of focused, continuous action that you can make on a particular goal. Okay, and this can be any arena of your world. I gave an example on food because I thought that was easy to pick. If we start making more affirmative statements about some of the things that we're doing to take control of our fuel consumption, right? Are we running on octane fuel, or are you putting a low quality fuel in your tank, right? To be able to run and keep you strong, and healthy and surviving and thriving. So put your affirmations in action, document them and just revisit them once in a while. So if you're jotting down thoughts, and the last time you jotted down some thoughts was a few months back, well, you know what? It's been a very dynamic year. Go back and revisit those. What were some of those affirmations that you were making back in the summer? Do they still ring true to you and the things you want to do? Or have things changed and you feel a little bit differently about things, and now that the shift is in another area of your life that you're really dialed into, and you can just change the channel for a little bit and get dialed in there, so that you can see the focus compound effect. That's what I've got for you today. Put your affirmations in action and be definite about the things that you want in your arena of life, in every arena of life, your health, your wealth, your relationships. You can move that needle. So, little motivational message for you today about affirmations and the power of them, but they're only unlocked once you put them into action.